Hi everyone, we're back with our shared reading. The title of our shared reading is A Golden Lake. I know this is the title of our article because it's a little bit bigger than the rest. Then I also see some little subtitles that are on the top of each of these other paragraphs, and they are also a little bit bigger. Not quite as big as the main title, but they are a little bit bigger. So this one says Swimming with the Jellyfish. So everything underneath of here is going to be talking about swimming with the jellyfish. And really these just kind of help us to know what we're going to read underneath or next. This one's called Jellyfish Help the Lake. So everything below is about how the jellyfish help the lake. So let's say you were asked a question about how do the jellyfish help the lake? So you might not know the answer, but you could go back and find this subheading and it would help you find the answer. All right, so what I've done is I've taken this section here and let's go through this again and read it together. So I talked about the name of the island. It was Palau, and it looks like Palau, and I've actually heard people say that. So it's, according to this article, it's Palau, but I've also heard people say Palau. So Palau is an island country in the Western Pacific Ocean. So that's all one sentence right there. And some things I noticed right away. This word here can be confusing because when you're reading, you'll have to know that when you see words after a word like that in parentheses, they're telling you how to say the word. So you might see that and say, I don't really know how to say that. You look over here and it says Palau is an island. Island is also a little bit of a tricky word because there's an S here. So island. Country. Country looks a lot like county sometimes we see in social studies, but you have to sometimes slow down and really look through the word. So this is an island country in the Western Pacific Ocean. So they're telling us where this is. It'd be really smart to look on a map maybe to find it, right? Look into where the Western Pacific Ocean is. It has more than 300 islands. That word's island, so the S is silent. On one of those islands is a large, salty lake. It is known as Jellyfish Lake. Why? The lake is known for being full of golden jellyfish. So they asked you why, and then they answered you directly after. Let's take a look at this here also. I noticed that this is capitalized for the J on jellyfish and the L on lake, and that is because that is a proper noun. Remember the rule, we always capitalize for proper nouns. And since it's the name of a specific lake, then you would capitalize both parts of that. All right. So let's take a look at that map I had talked about. Over here is Palau or Palau Island. And we are way over here. I know, remember I told you you could always find Michigan because of these Great Lakes. You can see them, right? This is the United States. This is North America. North America up here. South America. We have Africa. And then you have to go through, we have to go through all of that, go way over here, and then here we are. This is where it's at. So let's zoom in a little bit closer. Now we're just seeing another portion of the map, but we're only seeing like this small portion right here over this way. We're not seeing any of this or any of this other stuff. We can't even see Michigan anymore. I zoomed right in. And so the island of Palau is right here, these little tiny chain of islands. And then they zoomed it in even closer. We have to zoom in a little bit closer. And now they're just showing this section right here. So we can continue to keep zooming in closer and closer. And now we've zoomed in on just one of these little chain of islands into a section in here where there's an inner lake, like an inner lake inside of one of the islands. And if you zoom in even closer, this one happens to be Jellyfish Lake. And you zoom in a little closer, and now we're underwater at Jellyfish Lake. And there are the golden jellyfish.